Hello, my name is Garrick, and I'm your local Remax agent. If you're like me, you spend time listening to the news. And in the news, you're hearing a lot of things about what's going on in real estate. You hear about, oh, there's going to be a crash. Oh, rates are just going to go through the roof. And prices are going to collapse. And the real estate market is going to fall apart. As I hear this, I have grown concerned because it's like, wait a minute. I am a real estate agent and I don't see all this going on of what they're talking about. I don't see the doom and gloom. And I talk to the loan guys all the time, and they're not talking about rates going through the roof or doing really crazy stuff. So, given that, I had to ask myself, what can I do to really kind of prove what's going on or show the public what's going on? So what I did was I compiled statistics. As a realtor, we have in our multiple listing service, we have a couple of services that provide statistics to us for our different areas. I decided I was going to put together my own statistics because I wanted to isolate the areas that I work. I work the south suburbs of Chicago and the southwest suburbs of Chicago because my office is in Orland. So that's sort of like my home base. Given that, and I'm asking this question, what is really going on in our areas? How many new listings are actually showing up? What is the sale price? Are folks losing money? Are houses actually selling? I mean, these are the kinds of questions that I'm asking myself. So as I searched for the answers, I had to put together a report. And yeah, I did. I did the homework. And I did the homework because I wanted to share it with you guys. So it is now available. It is now available on ChicagoHomestats.com, and that's ChicagoHomestats.com. And I'm sure that I'm going to put the URL like right down here so you can see that. But I'm going to give you the broad strokes of the report. Okay. As of the end of December, there were 520 properties that were on the market. The average sale price was $344,000. And I got good news. Among the new listings from December 2021 to December 2022, that's where we're going to compare it. If we look at the new listings, the price had appreciated 5%. So you had listings coming on at a slightly higher value. But more good news, the average sale price that went under contract, that number also went up 4%. Even better news, closings. Closings were the price appreciation was 3%. So if you looked at what was going on television, you saw this curve that went down, and yeah, there is sort of that sort of downward tendency. However, we're not really being affected by it like the rest of the country. So when you look at our numbers being at 3% for the closings, that means that you're seeing a price appreciation of about 3% from December 2021 to December 2022 for where you're closing. Okay. Now, the fear did come into the marketplace. And it did come into the marketplace because there were 20% less houses that were put on the market compared to last year. So, with 20% less houses, you had less contracts. And compared to last year, there were 31% less contracts and also 31% less closings. So the closings and the contract sort of outpaced the new listings, but that's okay because we are still getting healthy closings and we are getting good price appreciation. Okay, now here's where it gets a little funny. Okay, canceled listings. We had 42% higher canceled listings. A canceled listing is when a seller takes his home off the market. So let's say I've got, $250,000 house, $400,000 house, and I don't have a lot of equity in it. So I'm like, okay, we're not getting a lot of showings, so I take it off the market or something like that. And that's a voluntary act. And so it was 42% higher. It was 139 in December last year and 194 in December this year. So we gotta watch that number. That number's pretty high to see that much more come off. The average time on the market did go up 17% among contracts. It did go up from 58 to 88. So that's a concern. But the closing numbers in December last year was 51 days, and now it's at 53 days in the end of December. My hope is that these kinds of reports will help you to understand what's going on in your area. And I'm going to read off the areas that I work so you can kind of know. Calumet City, Country Club Hills, Lynwood, Hazel Crest, Homewood, Lansing, South Holland, Orland Park, Orland Hills, Palos Hills, Palos Heights, Oak Forest, Tinley Park, Frankfort, Mokena, New Lenox, and Matteson, Crete, Olympia Fields, Richmond Park, Chicago Heights, and Lynwood. So this report has all those areas. Don't forget, you can see that report here at chicagohomestats.com. Type that in, go to the website, download it. And if you have any questions, my phone number is on every page. So feel free to call me and ask me any questions. And I do like to talk real estate, and I think I'm a pretty friendly guy. So it'll be easy for you to kind of see what's going on and talk to me, be entertained at the same time. However, I am knowledgeable, very knowledgeable. Garrick Bradley, this is Garrick Bradley, your local RE/MAX agent. Have a spectacular day.